I've spent the last week working in the shop, actually last 2 weeks pretty much working in the shop. And as many of you know, I've had a lot of other things going on in life, and so I haven't been there and as dedicated and doing the things I need to be doing with the shop like I had been. Stepping back in, I realized that we had lost our way a little bit. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about my team. If I'm saying anything bad about anybody, I'm saying something bad about me, because it's my job to reinforce our processes, our policies, our procedures. It's my job to make sure we're following a process and that things are working, right? Now, I talk a lot about giving the team autonomy, but at the end of the day, I'm ultimately responsible for, is it working or is it not? There were some things that we had implemented, some things that we had done that weren't working. And I'm going to tell you what I have found about that over the past couple of weeks. The first is they were little tiny micro mistakes. One of the things I see a lot of business owners do is they get into a panic mode and they start pulling every lever they can get their hands on. They start making changes in the business. The problem being they made so many changes, they don't know how to go back and correct the thing that they got out of whack because they don't know what changed it. And so that was definitely something that occurred with us. The other thing that I noticed, we had gotten away from our core, our directive, what it was that we did. We'd kind of lost sight of why we do what we do. And in that, we started making these little tiny mistakes that didn't seem like a big deal. It was just, oops, I made this mistake. I didn't call this client. So they had to call him back. Or, oops, I forgot to do this task. I forgot to put something on the repair order. Now, they all seemed really small, insignificant. You combine that with 50 of them a day, and that 5-minute task turns into a really big deal. And so we had got to the point where we were making a lot of really small mistakes that added up. And so I came back into the shop, and we've really been working on redefining and making sure we're all on the same page as far as what do we believe? What is it that we want our shop to be? Now, let me just be completely honest with you. When you're a business owner, you are the facilitator, but your employees are the business, right? Unless you're a single man operator, single woman operator, at the end of the day, your employees are the business. And so if it's not a place that they want to be, you're not headed in a place they want to go, buddy, you are not going to have a good time. And if you've got people in your business that don't want to go where you want to go, that too is a you problem. It means you didn't ask the right questions, you didn't hire the right people. And so we've spent some time bringing that back and working on understanding one another and understanding the beliefs. And, you know, there were things that happened that I look back at now and I realized they were just simple miscommunications. One person thought one thing, another person thought another thing. Neither one of them were right about what they thought. They just misunderstood one another. I think it speaks to the importance of establishing your why in the business. Establishing why you have the business, why you do the things you do. Why do you make the decisions you make in the business? What drives this decision making? What do you hope to accomplish? And then understanding, is my team in alignment with my vision? Is my team in alignment with where we're going? Because if they're not, you either have the wrong team or you're going to the wrong place. That's all there is to it. I don't have all the answers for what's happened in my shop here recently. We're getting cleaned back up and getting back on the right path. And I'm not afraid to tell y'all, like, I don't know a single shop that doesn't have struggles and doesn't have frustrations. I don't know a single business that doesn't. And I think it's time that we talk about those things. I think it's time that we, as a business community, go through these things together and work with one another to help other people through those challenges in their businesses, because we all have them. Some of the people that I look up to the most, right? Extremely successful shop owners. Once we become really close friends, they begin to divulge, oh my God, I went through this terrible thing and it was so awful. Holy cow, I thought you had it all together. And then you start asking questions and they say, dude, you thought I had it all together? Well, shoot, I thought you had it all together. Crap. Maybe we're all in the same boat here. Maybe none of us have it figured out. Maybe all of us are continuing to go through these things. What I can tell you though, is with process, policy, and procedure and proper policing of those processes, policies, and procedures, you can build a system that is sustainable. You can build a system that works. And the same is true for your culture. You must police your culture. You must protect your culture. You must protect your culture not from somebody who is trying to do it harm and has negative intent. You must protect it from small mistakes and small slip-ups and small shifts in just day-to-day operation. You see, I don't think that we realize that on a daily basis, our actions, the things we do, set new precedent every single day. And by setting this new precedent every single day, in some ways, we're showing our team where they need to go, what we expect of them, what's acceptable and what's not. You know, one of the big things is I don't believe in using used parts. I don't believe in accepting client supplied parts. I talk to shop owners and I share that with them. They say that doesn't work here. I say, okay, why doesn't it work here? Well, I've told them over and over again, I don't want to do that. And then they turn around and do it. Okay, have you ever done it? Well, yeah, but I'm the owner. That's okay. Listen, when I say that you promote what you permit, that goes for you too, boo. Okay? Like, you don't get a pass on that. If you're permitting behavior from yourself that is bad, you can't expect anything else from your employees. Just because I say, do as I say, not as I do, does not mean that's what you're going to get. So there's my rant for the day. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'd love your comments and thoughts on the video today. Y'all have a good one.